Ram Ram Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra ki jai. Shri Shri Nitai Gaurang ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So I think today a lot of absentees are there. They can leave. Anyway, no problem. Whoever is there, we'll discuss. No issues. Fine. So let us start with the question and answer session. So Bhumika ji, what is your question today? आपके लिए दे रहे हैं अभी फर्स्ट ऑप्शन.
प्रभु जी, मेरे को एक डाउट है. आपने मुझे पूछा है ना?
हाँ, yes, of course.
प्रभु जी, जैसे वैदिक नॉलेज भगवान ने हमें दी है, तो वो अगर भगवान यही एब्सोल्यूट ट्रुथ है, वैदिक नॉलेज अगर एब्सोल्यूट ट्रुथ है, तो उसमें भगवान ने इतना छुपा के क्यों बोला है कि मतलब अल्टीमेट गोल जो है वो बर्थ और डेथ से बाहर आना है? उसमें इतना इल्यूजरी क्यों बनाया है भगवान ने नॉलेज?
छुपा के मींस एनी एग्जांपल यू हैव?
लाइक आज रसराज प्रभु जी की क्लास में वो बोल रहे थे कि उसमें भगवान ने क्लियर नहीं बोला कि अल्टीमेट गोल जो है वो कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस है. मतलब उसमें हर चीज फ्रूटिव एक्टिविटीज की नॉलेज दी है, कर्म कांडा हर चीज दिया है, उपासना कांड, कर्म कांड. और ये वैदिक नॉलेज में तो कंफ्यूजन क्यों है?
Confusion nahi hai, not matter of confusion. So let me put the question. What your question is? Your question is basically why revelation of bhakti is not made in a very obvious manner. Why worship of Krishna is not recommended openly to everybody? Correct. That is your question. Why it is so much, in a way, in a very roundabout way, it is told so many things. So many recommendations are given. Right? Why this is so? Is your question, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, fine. This we have discussed in our previous Bhagavad Gita session. Second chapter, Krishna says that there are Vedavada Rata. There are people who say they are very expert in understanding Vedas, but their inclination is towards sense gratification. So, in the material world, all of us have come. Why? Because we have desire for enjoying our senses. Sense gratification is our intention. So, that being the intention, and we are trying to fulfill our desires to gratify our senses, whatever best possible way. So with that intention, Krishna has also designed this world in a way based on our various desires and our aspirations and plans to enjoy this material world. He has made the arrangements here. Actually, arrangements are not in a way to go on giving them the sense of enjoyment, because any enjoyment, sort of enjoyment we have in the material world is finally going to give you frustration. No, actually, real enjoyment is there. So, when a person is going on trying to enjoy again and again and repeatedly and wants to, try again and again, and try different ways, and he will tell the same thing to continue with his next generation, his children, his grandchildren, you should also do the same thing. This is what Prahlad Maharaj says, Puna punascharvita charvanana, achieving the achieved. So these people are called, according to Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, they are called karmis. Karmis means who are only interested in sense gratification, nothing else. So for those people, at least to elevate themselves to some level, the Vedic scriptures are recommending, okay, you do some rituals, some worship of devatas, at least slowly, at one point of time, you will elevate yourself to next level. That is the idea. So instead of doing nothing, something you do, it is better. Something is better than nothing. That is the concept. So in that way, the karmis are given the recommendation of karma kandiya. Karma kandiya means lot of recommendations. Okay, if you do this yajna, you will get this benefit. Okay, if you do this yajna, you will get lot of wealth. And if you do worship of this devata, you will get married. Okay, if you worship this devata, your disease will be cured. So many things are there, no? In the ordinarily we see people go on like this. So this is called karma kandiya. And also upasana kanda. Upasana kanda means you worship, perform. Karma kandiya is basically all the different rituals, processes, various rules, regulations you follow. So at least this karma kanda, upasana kanda will bring you to one level of purification. If somehow one good sense, you will come at one point of time. You will come to one good understanding. That is the idea. So this is one level called karmis going on in the material world. If you see many people, they show that they are very religious. They worship every day, to do pujas every year. Some pujas they do definitely in a year. All this is, but the intention is not to have any spiritual elevation. The intention is material intention. Because mostly in the material world, the living entities in the human form also, they are fully absorbed in material sense gratification. Bhoga Aishwarya Prasaktanam. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Right? Bhoga Aishwarya means sense enjoyment. Bhoga Aishwarya means material opulence. These two things people are running after. So at one point of time, when repeatedly you go on doing this life after life after life, by doing also this karma kandiya and upasana kanda, at one level, some intelligence will come. What am I doing? Unnecessarily doing same thing. So in that way, at least you'll come to the level of knowledge. If you are fortunate. What is this purpose of life? What am I doing? What should I do? So that way you'll come to the level of knowledge. Then once you come to the level of knowledge, jnana kanda, right? Then finally you'll come to, then if you are very fortunate and you have blessing of a pure devotee, bahunam janmanam ante jnanvan mam prapadyate. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, if you're very fortunate, you will get the blessing of a pure devotee and you'll come to know that Krishna is everything, then you start doing bhakti. It is what the material world is. Material world is facilitated and arrangement is made for people based on the different grades of people and different varieties of people, and arrangements are accordingly made. So a specific question of why Krishna is not revealed. Krishna has revealed. If you don't want to know him, he will be covered always. Just like sunshine is always available in the daytime when you go from morning till evening. If you cover up yourself or lock up yourself in the room and you complain, why sun is not visible, sun is not visible, you should please go out. So the point is, based on the living entity's desire to move forward in his spiritual journey, his seriousness to progress further, accordingly Krishna will reveal himself. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sataiva vajamiham. This is a statement in Bhagavad Gita Krishna makes in 4th chapter. As you surrender, I reciprocate. Okay, you have material enjoyment, more and more inclination, fine. To that extent, Krishna will reveal to you. Krishna will come, as revealed to you as Devata worship, that worship, this worship. No, I don't want all these things. I want next level of elevation. And Krishna will reveal accordingly. So it all depends on the living entity's desire. Individual living entity's desire. Krishna is not covered himself. We have covered ourselves. It's like telling, Prabhupada gives an example. When there is a cloudy day, looks like the cloud is covering the sun. But cloud, how far it can cover? Maybe few kilometers only. Your friend sitting in some other foreign country, if you call him, you will tell, no, sun is very nicely shining here. So for your vision, because it is clouded, you see sun is not visible. So likewise, when your consciousness is polluted, filled with so many contaminations, polluted thoughts, then Krishna is not visible. Otherwise, Krishna is always visible. Krishna's concealment or Krishna's covering is not because of Krishna had made this, because you have yourself put a cover in front of you. Okay, the covering is not Krishna has made. You yourself has put a cover because you want it that way. More you want to remove, Krishna is available. So in Kali Yuga, Krishna is made it so easily available. You chant Hare Krishna, Krishna is there on your tongue. And holy name. So this is the matter of realization. So where is the matter of Krishna concealing? Right? It is only our level of surrender, our level of readiness to understand Krishna. If you want to understand Krishna, Krishna is there everywhere. If you have developed the vision, why not? You can see Krishna always. Just that we have to develop the vision on our own to see Krishna. On our own means basically means we have to be ready to see Krishna. Otherwise, Krishna is ready to be seen. Krishna is not covering himself. We have covered ourselves and telling, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Not to be seen, not to be seen. That is our foolishness. If you blindfold yourself, like Dhritarashtra, like Gandhari, and say, I don't see the world, I don't see the world. Please remove the blindfolding. That's what Prabhupada is doing for us. Prabhupada kya kar rahe hain? Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya. Prabhupada is opening our blindfolding and showing a torch in the dark world. See, this is Krishna, this is spiritual life, follow this. Okay, so based on our sincerity and seriousness to follow the path given by Prabhupada, Krishna will be seen. Prabhupada says, in every page of Bhagavad Gita, we can see Krishna. We can associate with Krishna. And as I told you, Krishna is so easily available, accessible to all of us. You chant Hare Krishna, Krishna is there in his sound incarnation. It is a matter of realization. Because Krishna is there, you're able to associate with him. That's why you're able to, at least appreciate what we're discussing here. That's the point. So, based on your level of advancement, your seriousness to know Krishna, Krishna will reveal himself. Just like Prabhupada gives example. Earlier, the foreign invaders, Muslims, they used to break temples, destroy the deities, right? Telling, oh, now आपका भगवान को मार दिया हमने. भगवान को मार दिया, पत्थर को मारा. So for them, Bhagwan is patthar, stone. So he'll remain like a stone for them. Right? Krishna is both stone and he himself. For a devotee, he is Krishna there. But for a non-devotee, he is a stone. So it is a matter of your realization. Krishna is both, based on your realization. Just because somebody has broken the stone doesn't mean he has broken Krishna. Right? That's the point. So, this idol worship is not what we are doing. We are actually worshipping Krishna based on authorized way of worshipping Krishna. Right? So Krishna is available, Krishna is accessible, and more easily accessible and available in Kali Yuga than in any other age, actually. It's just that we have to move forward. And when a statement is made that way, that Krishna is concealed, yes, he is concealed for those people who don't want to realize him. Always he is concealed. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavruta. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter, I am always covered by a curtain of my yogamaya for those people who don't want to know me, who don't want to understand me. That's why Krishna doesn't reveal directly. Even though 5,000 years ago Krishna came personally, he was there interacting and speaking to everybody. How many of them realized Krishna? That he is Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? Unless you know Krishna, the way scriptures tell us, and realize Krishna the way he is, you will not understand Krishna who is he. That's the point. So it's like that. So basically, realization of Krishna is based on our our seriousness, our eagerness to know Krishna, our eagerness to serve Krishna. Krishna will be revealed to us easily. Okay. Otherwise, he'll always remain as concealed. Generally, for common man, he is concealed. That's why even for a common man, Prime Minister of India also is concealed. He's not accessible. His energy is working. Right. Whereas the same Prime Minister will be accessible provided you are a close associate of Prime Minister. Even ordinary examples of big man being accessible is not easy. Krishna is a supreme VVIP. How he can be accessible so easily? Right? That's the point. So the whole thing is we have to understand Krishna's position and his mercy and compassion, everything. And with all that he has given you, your life and everything, and he's ready, waiting for you to turn your face towards him. If this much we don't, understand and move forward, then our human life is actually wasted. Human life has this opportunity to understand this. That my human life is meant for realizing Krishna, understanding Krishna. Okay, I hope I have little answered your question to some extent.
Yes, Prabhu ji. एक और मेरा डाउट था इसी के रिलेटेड प्रभु जी.
बोलिए.
ये श्लोका नंबर 27 चैप्टर 7 में प्रभु जी भगवान बोल रहे हैं कि all living entities are born into delusion, overcome by the dualities of desire and hate. So this material world is designed like that. It is made like that कि हमारी desires और hate के कारण ही मतलब we have come in this material world, and these Vedas are designed like that to fulfill our desires.
Okay. So, what is the question?
This is my question, that what I am thinking, that Vedas, the knowledge of Vedas are given, that knowledge Lord has given. He has given according to our desires, to fulfill our desires.
Yeah. Fulfill our desires in a very regulated manner, in a very in an organized manner. Yeah, continue. So,
yes, Prabhuji, that's what I wanted to clear, that what I am thinking is okay.
See, Vedic knowledge is all there to fulfill your desires, yes, but also fulfilling the desires in a systematic, regulated manner. That's what the whole purpose of the Vedic understanding is, and that's what Prabhupada also wants us. Human life has to be regulated, not unregulated like animals. Even animals are regulated in many ways, but humans have become less than animals in unregulations. Anytime eating. You see people,
actually more regulated.
Yeah, animals are more regulated. Yes.
Regulated. Don't have any time. They wake up at time. We are not fixed.
Yeah, we are totally less than animals. That's why I'm telling you. We don't sleep on time. We sleep at the time when everybody have woken up. And we eat at times when nobody eats. When Bhoot Pret eats, at time we eat. Midnight dinners. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Right, like this, we do so many things which are totally against our body bodies activities. There's a biological clock going on in the body that we totally disturb ourselves and work in a way. That is the problem. So desiring doesn't mean you can independently desire whatever way you want. Right? Desiring basically should be in line with the injunctions what scriptures are giving. That should be your desire. So the modern day of thinking is whatever I think I can desire. That is totally absurd. That doesn't lead you to anywhere. Your desiring should be in such a way that finally your journey of life should take you to the destination of reaching the Supreme Lord's abode. Right? So, in that way, your desire should be in line, or rather, it should go, cooperatively with the arrangement that Krishna has made. Now, if you think, oh, I desire that, let me drive the vehicle at 200 kilometers speed on a traffic road, will that be allowed? You are going to put everybody in danger, yourself also in danger. Immediately, traffic police will catch you somewhere at one corner. So, yes, your vehicle may have the facility to go 200 kilometers speed, but not in the way, not in the regular traffic place. There's some regulation there also you have to follow. There will be boards put up there. You cannot go beyond 40 kilometer speed, 60 kilometer speed. You please follow that. Which means you may have the capacity to desire. But what to desire, how much to desire, when to desire, this is called regulation. This is what Bhagavad Gita Krishna teaches. And finally, that desiring should be dovetailed to achieve the perfection of your life. If that is not perfect, is not achieved, then your desiring will be of only going to give you more trouble to you. That's what the whole problem now is. You desire so many things unnatural. You landed up like this in so many bodies, and finally this body what you got. So at least in this life you don't desire in a way that you will get one more body next. Desire in a way that you will get liberation from this life, from this whole cycle of birth and death. Little, Prabhupada says, little trace of desire you have, which is not in line with Krishna's desire, that is going to bring us back to material world. So when we align ourselves, alignment is important. Right? See, in a family of husband, wife, children, so many other relatives, if everybody starts desiring in their own way, the child will say, I want pakoda today. Daughter will say, I want samosa. Somebody will say, I want paratha. So what all mother will do? She has to make, everyday chappan bhog or what? Not possible. Right? There is a common menu fixed. Everybody has to follow. Right? So many other regulations also. You cannot eat samosa every day. You cannot eat pakoda every day. What will happen to your health? Okay, once in a while, fine. Not every day. So like this, somebody may desire so many things. That, this, that, so many things. But what is that? How you have to regulate your desires? Right? Regulation is very important. That's the whole Bhagavad Gita is to tell us or teach us how to regulate your life. Life means it's having desires, aspirations. So when your desires and aspirations are contrary to what is going to be helpful for your spiritual advancement, that is what is entangling us. That's what Krishna mentions. Yagnarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. Right? So, if you cannot regulate yourself in the standard arrangement which Krishna has made, then it will only entangle you. Anywhere, I told you example of traffic, I gave you example of traffic. Anywhere you go, you follow regulations. Yeah, you may desire while flying in the flight, let me open the window and fall down. No, you cannot. That's why it is all sealed. The window is sealed. You cannot jump. Okay. So like that, things are not the way you want. Things have to be, functioned as per a standard arrangement. So the whole universal, functioning of the world, there is an arrangement which Krishna has made. Understanding that arrangement and aligning our desires. Aligning our, desire means what? A particular aspect of liking to do a particular thing. So when you are aligning yourself with Krishna's supreme desire, some things you like may not be in line. So you have to give up that. And you have to take up that alignment or that action which Krishna likes for your own good. That's what bhakti means. Right? Because a child will like to play with knife, but mother allows, No, mother will not allow because it will only harm the child. The child may cut his hand. Right? It'll create wound. Right? It'll create damage. So the child may like, but my mother will not allow because it is harmful. That is the point. So the desires have to be regulated. Right? Otherwise, it will only create more and more. If your desire is stopped, you will develop more hatred. Hatred means anger. Right? Saraswati Krishna says, Ichha dvesha samuthena. So the material world, you have so many desires to fulfill. Everything is not fulfilled. Practically nothing is fulfilled. So you are filled with a lot of hatred and frustrations, which is all built up. See, touch somebody, like pressure cooker, everything comes out, pressure comes out from everybody. Nobody is having any peaceful mind. Everybody is in tension. Everybody is in anxiety. Everybody full of, so much tension. So what is the point? Because built up, the pressure is building every day. That is not fulfilled. This is not fulfilled. It all comes out as some different type of anger and disappointment. So many things comes out. That is not the way we are supposed to go on. Because of which so many diseases are going on. All diseases are because of this only. Okay, 80% of the ailments are because of the frustrations and disappointments and so many things. So we have to correct ourselves. We have to align ourselves, or rather we have to correct our emotions, or rather align our emotions as per what Krishna wants. Then only our life will be peaceful and moving towards the journey. Otherwise, unfulfilled desires and so much of negative emotions, negative feelings, all these things will build up. Okay, hope I have answered your question, Mumika ji.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
Okay, fine. So, next.
Pranam, Prabhuji.
Yes, continue.
The thing is about yoga and self-realization.
Okay.
Okay, now some verses they say that if you are equipoised and if you work towards yoga, then you will get self-realization. Then what could be the difference between yoga and self-realization?
Okay, very good question. What is yoga? What is self-realization? Okay.
Yeah.
Very simple. Self-realization means realizing yourself in its true identity. Let me tell you. Realizing yourself in true identity. Okay, self, first of all, you have to understand what is the meaning of self.
Self, yes.
Okay, self has different meanings based on the context. Okay, for example, for animal, self means the body, right?
Yes.
So bodily necessities are met, then my self is happy. Right?
Yes.
What is the bodily necessities? 4 necessities. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. If these 4 activities or these 4 necessities are always fulfilled without any disturbance, very happy. This is mostly animal life. This is how they work. If there is any problem in one of these 4 things, then they become very agitated. They're in anxiety. So humans also, with this mentality, they go on and they work hard day, night. Prabhupada says 6 o'clock they leave their houses, go to work in a factory, office, somewhere, 9 o'clock, then evening 6 o'clock again, they come out, again come back to home by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whole day, hard work for what? Eating. Right? They have to earn some living. And after that, their only enjoyment will be in the night, have sex and sleep. And the earning what they get, they want to defend themselves with so many things. Nice house, nice thing. This is how people think. Self means body. Correct? For them, self-realization is bodily comforts, bodily happiness. Oh, now I have got better facility to enjoy my self, the body. Earlier, I used to go, in public transport. Now I got a two-wheeler. Very happy. Okay, now from two-wheeler, I got a car, Now, even though it is too much raining also, no problem. I can drive car and go. Means everybody thinks increasing the level of bodily comfort, more, facilities for gratifying senses is what is happiness. Okay. So this is the level of self which commonly people think as. Self, Atma. See, self-realization in Sanskrit means Atma Sakshatkar. Okay. So, Sakshatkar means you practically see. Like I gave the example of sun. If you go out in the daytime, you can practically see sun face to face. You can see sun is bright, effulgent. So much sunshine is coming out from that huge body. Right. So you're able to realize, rather able to see Sakshatkar. So that is one level of Atma Sakshatkar. Okay. So now Atma has one more meaning known as mind. One meaning of Atma is body. One more meaning of Atma is mind. So fine, with all this various hard work we are doing, what for we are doing? Because we value the relations we have with our family, friends, relatives. There is an emotional connect, right? And we always want to maintain the status quo of these relations with everybody around us, so that we always feel happy. Correct, na? This is what we are trying to do. We want to have a status quo of all relations, what we are maintaining. My brother's daughter's wedding, so he has come to invite me. I have to go. If I don't go, he'll be unhappy. Right? My very distant relative, somebody's, some marriage, some program, I have to go. So maintaining this family relation is all at the mental level. It's called emotional. Mind is all emotional. Emotional management, it happens. There's one more level of Atma. Realizing. See, again, when I say realization basically means understanding and working in that direction to keep yourself satisfied, happy. Somebody who has realized himself only as body, he'll work only towards that end, towards that level. Bodily satisfaction, ho gaya. Next level is not simply body. I am also mind. Emotions are required. Emotionally, I have to take care of so many things. Right? So many people connected to me. They have to be happy. How to keep them happy? How to keep them, in a very good situation. That's all. Again, the whole family relations and everything is all because of this. Okay, this is again one more realization people have. You can say at a more, advanced level. Much advanced level is, much more than this is, Atma also has a connotation or a meaning known as intelligence. Body, mind, intelligence. Right? Intellectually, you're trying to understand what is the purpose of life, what I should be doing, what is all these relations, what is the meaning of this, what is going on in this world. You're trying to, realize things in that way. That is also Atma Sakshatkar. There are many, many thinkers, philosophers all over the world who are trying to know the truth by their own speculation, by their own research, by their own experiment. Right? There are 7 habits of successful life. Somebody has figured out something. He'll have seminars and make everybody successful. Only to give a session. After that, what happened to their life, we don't know. Who has taken the session? So like this, this is called intellectual realization, or rather Atma Sakshatkar at the intellectual level. I hope you're getting, Janardhanji, what I'm telling.
Yes, Guruji, I'm really understanding it. Yes.
I'm telling you what is actually
Yes.
self-realization.
Yes, Guruji.
Is understood in different levels by different people.
Different
Somebody
levels.
is realizing as body, somebody is realized themselves as mind, somebody is realized themselves as intellectually. We have to stimulate our mind and work in a way that intellectually we figure out things and move our life in that direction, and life will become successful.
Yes, Guruji.
This is how people think, very intellectual scientists, some great thinkers, some philosophers, all these things, very intelligent. Good. Very much, society appreciates such people. So, all this is at one level. It's called material level. One more level is there of self. Okay, again, material level. That is called ego level.
Ego.
Egoistic. Ahankara. Ahankara has two facets.
Yeah.
The real facet of Ahankara is that I, as spirit soul, is the real identity. But in the material world, the identity is misplaced. And it is wrongly identifying itself as body. Okay.
Yeah.
Ego works at a very subtle level, much subtler than intelligence. Yeah. Ego wants control. Ego wants control, power. Then wisdom. And so many people should glorify. All that is, comes with ego. And when these things are not provided, then you are at the ego level, you are struggling. Right? Oh, I didn't become the president of RWA. Oh, big struggle. Last 5 years, I was continuously president of a club. Today, somebody else came and ego hurt. Right? This is called ego realization. Right? Yeah. Understand? You're getting my point.
Yes, Guruji.
Okay. So, junior to me, and he got promotion.
Promoted.
Oh, I have done so much of hard work for this company. What is this? So like this, many levels. Ego is like something nobody can see, but only you can feel and experience. Right? Yeah. So that is called false ego. Real ego means, whoever gets what is there, I am servant of Krishna. As long as I'm getting service of Krishna, okay. You hardly bother about what is going on. I'll give a nice example. How spiritual ego and material ego functions. This is a pastime of Prabhupada. 1970s, at one point of time, one devotee recalls at that time. Generally, when the Aarti happens, for the Lord. So Aarti happens, then what happens? The etiquette is that the senior most devotee is given the Aarti first, and then it goes on for everybody. Right? Based on if there's more seniors available, they're all given first and then others are taken. So this young devotee didn't know the procedure, rather he knows, and that time he forgot to follow that. He gave Aarti to everybody, and finally he came to give to Prabhupada. Prabhupada did not even protest, did not even tell anything. He just like a very simple devotee, he took the Aarti. And after Aarati, generally, what happens? We also sprinkle some water. Water, what is offered to Krishna, it is sprinkled. Yeah. This also, the devotee went all around for all devotees and finally came to Prabhupada. Prabhupada just humbly took it. So after 45 years, this devotee recalls, see how Prabhupada was so humble. Look at his humility. He didn't even tell one word. Later on, he didn't even chastise me, nothing. He was so humble. That is a spiritual personality. That is a spiritual. That is called Atma Sakshatkar. He has realized himself as Atma, not as body. Body means you're always hankering for name, fame, power, position, honor, right? Whereas in the on the spiritual platform, nothing. Whole Bhagavad Gita is teaching us this. What is Atma Sakshatkar? Atma Sakshatkar means to know and realize that you are spirit soul and work on that platform of spirit soul. Right? So that working on the platform of the spirit soul is what whole Bhagavad Gita is. So Atma Sakshatkar doesn't mean just to know. It also means to function on that knowledge. That's the point. It's like telling, you're diseased, you have to go to doctor.
No doubt.
But if you only know that much, your disease will not be cured. What you should do? You should actually go to doctor. Then your knowledge is perfect. So Atma Sakshatkar means to realize that you are spirit soul, but your activities on the bodily, mental, intellectual, and egoistic levels are all in line with the standard understanding that you are spirit soul. Which means, I'll give simple examples. Krishna says in the 4th chapter, very nicely, he says, Yadricha labha santushto dvandva tvita vimatsaraha. Yadricha labha santushto means whatever comes of its own accord as a gain, devotee simply accepts it. He will not over endeavor for anything. Very good principle. This is called Atma Sakshatkar. No, nowadays, what is the way of working? Work hard, get more money, enjoy life. If you don't have money, take loan. Bank loan is easily available for getting a house, for getting a vehicle, for going on a trip, even for marriage, education, everything you get loan. And whole life you go on repaying the loan. That is the present day context of life. You enjoy life now, but pay later. Whole life you struggle, work hard like a donkey, and please pay the money. Whole life. Right? Actually, if you ask anybody, why are you working hard? Mostly we get the answer from Delhi NCR area, professionals working in IT companies. We have to repay our loan, education loan. Then after for marriage also we took loan. For house you have taken a loan. Everything. Finally, all the money I'm getting, say if I'm getting 1 lakh rupees salary, hardly I'm left with 10,000 rupees. After all the loans are, EMIs are paid. Just see their life. What is this called? This is called self-realization. Self-realization at one more level. Right? Bodily self-realization. Just see. They're not satisfied. So where is self-realization at that level? Where is self-realization? What Krishna is talking. And if you go and tell them, here Bhagavad Gita, no time, sir. We have to work hard. Why work hard? Because loans have to be paid back. If you don't work, then loan people will come and put more interest. Over. My piece of life is finished. Let's see. Not satisfied with what comes of its own accord, but want to get more. Have more demands. I have more than necessity. I want to fulfill my greed. Just see, it is going opposite. Right? So like this, every statement of Bhagavad Gita which Krishna makes is to realize yourself as spirit soul. And work on that platform and move towards the goal of self-realization. Okay. So also self-realization doesn't mean you go to one more extreme situation. Self-realization also means you have to be very practical, just like how Prabhupada was very practical. Right? In every situation, he was very practical. With regard to speaking to reporters, he was very practical. Right? With regard to devotees, he was very practical. All practical suggestions, practical, say, way of living, Prabhupada used to tell devotees and everybody. Not that, you cannot be, spiritual life doesn't mean it's impractical. No. So being in this body, because now this body is the only vehicle for you to move forward. Body means mind, body means senses, body means intelligence. All this have to align in the way Krishna wants us. That's the whole Bhagavad Gita's instruction for us. There are different selves, right? Sensual self, mental self, intellectual self, egoistic self. Again, self means Atma. You want self-realization, no? So all these selves, there are 4 selves, I told you. Above this is the Atma self, real self. Okay, all these other selves have to work to that Atma self. To see that Atma self realizes itself as part and parcel of Krishna, Supreme Self. Right? That is called self-realization. Okay. So self-realization simply doesn't mean, oh, I have realized I am spirit soul now. But I'll be, after realizing this, I'll go and watch a movie. That is not self-realization. Okay. Self-realization doesn't mean, now I realize I am self. Prabhupada says, no, self-realization ho gaya, abhi itna baat kar liya na. In Vrindavan, there are so many Babajis, gala sook gaya hai. Bidi de do. That is not called self-realization. Self-realization means you live the life of self-realization. Jnana, Vijnana. Not simply Jnana. Many people know whole Bhagavad Gita by heart. Oh, that sloka, this sloka, wonderful. But what you have realized? 0. Very good, excellent. That is not what Krishna wants. You may not know one Gita, Bhagavad Gita sloka by heart, doesn't matter. You know the spirit of Bhagavad Gita, very good, excellent. Krishna appreciates. Right? So, this is called self-realization. You know what is the essence of life, what I should be doing. After reading whole Bhagavad Gita, if you can chant Hare Krishna, or even if you're not at Bhagavad Gita, you're chanting Hare Krishna every day sincerely, seriously, that is called self-realization.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. And that is the highest yoga practice. You asked your second question or related question was, what is the difference between yoga and self-realization?
Yoga. Yes.
Yoga means any process, any activity which will lead you to the process of self-realization or lead you to the goal of self-realization. That you are spirit soul, you are part and parcel of Krishna, and you have to act in that way. The activities and the processes is called yoga. Connecting yourself with Supreme. That is called yoga. And that yoga cannot be manufactured by ourselves or concocted by ourselves. It has to be authentic, authorized way. That authorized way is very nicely explained by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. The only and only way, authorized way for all of us in Kali Yuga is chanting Hare Krishna and following the process of Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga again means any process, any connecting process, linking process which will help you to realize yourself as spirit soul and connect yourself with Supreme Soul, Krishna. That is called yoga. I hope I have given the
Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Self-realization has different connotations based on the context.
Yes.
Okay. For a person who is very much busy in everyday parties and going to clubs and other things, for him self-realization is bodily enjoyment. He has realized himself as my life goal is sense enjoyment, nothing more. I have to enjoy more. My children have to enjoy more. So I'm earning like anything. I'm earning such a way that my 10 generations will enjoy without even working. That is his hard work. Prabhupada says, what for is working, nobody knows. We ask him, why you are working? My future generations have to be happy. What about you? You struggle and go to hell. That is what is going on now. Anyway, fine. So, any other question?
So is the process of yoga only Sankirtana, chanting Hare Krishna?
That is the ultimate process which Bhagavad Gita is teaching us. That's what Prabhupada has gone all over the world, traveled across the world, and he wrote so many books, established a worldwide organization to teach this yoga process called mantra yoga.
Oh.
Okay. Just chant Hare Krishna, everything in your life you will achieve.
connected.
Highest perfection. You'll get self-realization.
Yes, Guru.
And that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told us in a very nice way. He says, start chanting Hare Krishna, you'll realize that you are spirit soul. And you start chanting Hare Krishna, you'll realize that as spirit soul, you have to serve Krishna. All miracle happens when you start chanting Hare Krishna and hearing that holy name. Not only chanting, hearing also. Very important.
Yes.
Chanting and hearing.
And hearing.
That is called yoga process. This will lead you to the topmost level of self-realization, who you are. And this is the only process for Kali Yuga. Kalota Dhari Kirtanat. No other process. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama Eva Kevala. Kali Yuga, there is no other way, no other way, no other way. Only way is chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, either as personal activity known as japa, or participating in congregational chanting known as sankirtana. If this is done, Prabhupada says, no need to do anything else. But it has to be done the way it has to be done. That is very important. Then Krishna is very pleased. Krishna is very happy. Then the whole things starts happening in your life. Chanting Hare Krishna automatically, even if you are not hearing properly, if simply you chant also, your senses will come under control. Which is the purpose of any other yoga system. And if you chant and hear, miracles will happen in your life. You will become great personality. The Bhagavata says, you will become the greatest yogi. You will become the greatest Vedantist. You will become the greatest learned scholar. You will become the topmost personality, more than Brahma, if you start chanting. Yes, see. Chanting is having such a great value. High value activity. Just like, I met recently one builder in Delhi. Okay, Delhi NCR area. He was telling, Swamiji, I don't count coins. I count dollars. Very nice. I told, God bless you. So I told, we also count not dollars. We count diamonds, I told. Why? Because every one chant of Hare Krishna mantra will give us the diamond Chintamani of Krishna. Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. I told him. Then he was telling, what is that diamond? He was telling me. I told you, please take this one mala and do every day. It is freely available for you. Just you have to do every day, I told him. He was very happy. At least, somebody could defeat his, point of counting dollars. I gave him diamonds. I didn't give, Prabhupada is giving to everybody. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Any other last question?
Prabhuji, I appreciate about this mantra. Now, if it is so simple, then why listen to Gita chapter every day and do this thing? We should be busy all the time, only japo, jap.
करो ना, क्यों कर रहे हो आप? सब छोड़ दो, आजा.
That is.
ये समझने के लिए कि आपको सब पढ़ना है, गीता पढ़ना पड़ता है. देखिए, simple है बहुत. But problem is with our complicated mind. Mind is so complicated. It knows it is simple, but it doesn't follow. On cigarette packet it is written. What is written? Smoking is injurious to health. The big picture is put of somebody who is having lung cancer and throat cancer. But even then, take cigarette pack though.
We want to experience ourselves.
No experience. We are dull, dumb-headed. मंद बुद्धि जाता नहीं अंदर कुछ भी. तो भगवान का भक्ति भी करना, जप भी करो, ये भी करो, प्रसाद भी लो, कुछ करते रहना पड़ेगा. क्या करें? धीरे आएगा लेवल पे. यही सब कुछ है और कुछ नहीं है. जप करना 24 hours is everything. But we don't realize this. We don't understand this.
No, if we get busy with the jap all the time, what about our other responsibilities? Krishna
will take care, na. We are also busy doing everything. Doing only Krishna service. Krishna is taking care, na. You don't have faith. That's the problem. That's why Krishna says, Ma suchaha. Don't worry. I will take care. Krishna says, give up everything, come and surrender to me. But we don't have faith. That's the problem. We doubt Krishna.
No,
We think we will take care of ourselves. We will, we'll have our own way of arrangements. We'll do. That's why Krishna says, don't worry, don't hesitate, surrender to me. The first level of surrender is to start following what Krishna says to whatever extent.
There is a sense of fear which we have.
That fear is because you have forgotten Krishna. That fear is because you have forgotten Krishna, who is he, what you are. You have lost your address.
Basically is that.
If you know what is your address and you know the path also, you will not be afraid. Just like you're traveling now back. If, for example, if your car is somewhere in a different location and you don't even know the address, then you feel so much anxiety you cannot even attend the class. Correct? No, because you know the address, directly you came to your home. Correct? No, that's the point. Because we have forgotten the address, we have lost the address, we're in fear, anxiety.
The fear element is there. If
that fear will go away when you start chanting Hare Krishna. Bhajure mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charana Ravindare. Bhajure mana Shri Nanda Nandana. Bhajan karo Nanda Nandan ka. Because when you start chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna's names, he is Abhaya Charana. He is known as one who can take away all fears. Right? You don't want to chant his names, then what is the fear always be there? Live in fear always. Fear syndrome.
Right.
I think Kamaji has a question. Yes. He's not getting unmute.
Okay, I have another question for Prabhuji.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
Say on last Sunday, you mentioned about 4 pamparas.
Correct.
Now, say, I've been thinking over it and say, if God has given the knowledge, so why these 4 pamparas are following different path?
Okay, let me give you, after you asked me the question, I was further,
thinking over it.
On this. Suddenly, Prabhupada's one lecture I heard, I got the answer.
Okay.
Thing is, all of us are individuals.
True.
And as individuals, Krishna wants to take everybody's service. And when you're advanced in devotion to Krishna, each of us has as an individual want to do service in this way to Krishna. Somebody wants to decorate Krishna in a particular way. Somebody wants to serve Krishna in a particular way. So there are different. Lakshmi ji wants to serve Krishna in a particular way. Lord Shiva wants to serve Krishna in a particular way. Brahmaji wants to serve Krishna in a particular way. And all the services Krishna accepts because Krishna is so unlimited in accepting everybody's services. You are chanting Hare Krishna, my chanting Hare Krishna, everybody is chanting Hare Krishna. The sound is different, but Krishna manifests there, he is accepting our service. That's how Krishna is called unlimited. So in order to facilitate the variety is the mother of enjoyment. Right? In order to facilitate the variety and also to keep the tradition of the Vaishnavas, senior, very advanced Vaishnavas way of their own individual way of serving Krishna. Just like Hanumanji always want to serve Lord Ramachandra. That is his that is his desire to serve Lord in that form.
True.
Right. So that way he wants to serve that way. So the paramparas are basically to serve Krishna in a specific manner by those advanced devotees, acharyas.
Wow.
So you can follow that school of thought, that line of thought.
I think we should be flexible.
Yes.
We should not be so.
Yeah, cannot be rigid.
Our way is only.
Yes,
our way is only the right way. That should not be the approach.
We are also not telling that. But whatever you follow, ultimately authentic process should lead you to the level of coming to the position of loving God. That's all. Prabhupada even says, you follow Christianity, you follow Muslim religion, whatever you follow. Finally, every religion teaches you to come to the level of loving God. If this is not happening, then your following of religion is simply bogus. It's useless.
True.
The result is what matters finally. You have nicely studied. Whole year I studied so nicely. 8 hours every day study. Finally, examination result failed. What is the point? No use.
True.
You studied so nicely. Why did you fail? No, question paper was very tough. Or no, what happened is, I was about to reach examination hall, but somehow I couldn't reach on time. So all this, some lame. That is the point. Okay, Kamaji, your question.
Yeah, this shloka number 45.
Ah.
Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunya Bhava Arjuna.
Okay.
So, and then in the next sentence it says Nitya. I will just read that.
Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvasto Niryoga
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So in the first one it says Nistraigunya Bhava Arjuna, and the next one it says Nitya Sattvasto. How this is contradictory to each other? This is what it looks like on the surface.
See, yes, your question
Because
is very
Sattva is one of the gunas.
Yes. The Sattva is one of the gunas in the material world, but there is Shuddha Sattva also, which is beyond the 3 gunas.
Oh, I see.
What Krishna is referring to here is Shuddha Sattva.
Oh.
Purified goodness.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Nitya Sattvasto. The Nitya Sattvasto itself, Prabhupada translates in the translation, not in the word-to-word meaning, in the translation as transcendental. So transcendental basically means in other context, some other context in Bhagavatam, Prabhupada explains this point. He says it's called purified goodness, Shuddha Sattva. Okay, the Shuddha Sattva is the platform on which the pure devotees function. It is not on any material modes. Yes, material modes is all contaminating. Krishna recommends you rise above the modes. But what you will go, you will not fly in the air, no, or not hang in the air. You will be coming to the platform of Shuddha Sattva. Purified goodness. This is above the 3 modes.
How to achieve that?
How to achieve? Chanting Hare Krishna every day. 16 rounds if you chant and hear nicely and follow Prabhupada's instructions, you will achieve that. Every day you will achieve that. Go on achieving every day. Finally, at the last moment of our life, Krishna will take us to that level. This Shuddha Sattva also is called Brahma Bhuta.
Yes.
Brahman. Okay. The transcendent Divya Stara, Divya stage. All this is mentioned. Okay. Any other question? Or we'll close now. Fine. So thank you everybody for being part of wonderful discussions. Studying and understanding. Good questions today.
Thank you.
That all of you are studying. Good. Good indication.
Yes, but your other classes, Saturdays, Sunday class is very interesting.
Very good. Thank you. Everybody, so we'll meet again with our continuation of Bhagavad Gita studies. Hare Krishna. Thank you.